Hi there, this is Daisy in France and today we are at the Retromobile Paris 2026. As you know, we are automotive enthusiasts and we love to explore car shows and events, etc. And you might have noticed that last week we posted a video on Brussels Motor Show in Belgium, but today we are here in Paris to show you some classic cars. Normally this is the subject which I'm not very confident about. We know nothing about this huge world of cars. So today I'm going to stay a little quiet and show you these beautiful cars. So let's explore like this beautiful Ferrari 250 GT California. So just to give you a context, right now we are in the Gooding Christie's bidding area. So what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to have a look at these wonderful cars. And if you like any of them, what you could do is you could actually perform bidding over there. You could literally see live bidding happening over there. Now, if I drive your attention towards this beauty, this is called the Ferrari 250 GT LWB California Spider 1958. It costs you from 5.5 euro to 6.5 euros. And all my fans from India who are willing to see the price of this car in INR, it's probably around 65 crore rupees. That's crazy amount of money which you can spend on a car. Now, if we have a look at some other Ferraris over here, so let's say we have the Ferrari 288 GTO 1984. This one will set you back at around 7 million euros. This one over here is something that I really fell in love with. Normally, I'm not a big time Ferrari fan, but this one, as we see, it's the Ferrari 512 TR Speciale 1994. Look at the color scheme on this one, especially the wheels. Like, these wheels are super classic in my opinion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-spoke wheels. In my opinion, it's super pretty. I would really love to have it one day, but if I look at the prices are going from 450,000 to 600,000. I don't know, should I say cheap? But it's cheaper compared to the GTOs that we just saw. First of all, look at this back. It looks so good, so iconic. I don't know, I don't have words for this car. First of all, you have a look at this prancing horse over here in silver color. For me, this is nostalgia. This is classic. This is beauty. If I ask you to come from this side, first of all, the color scheme, I really like this Ferrari color, this red color. We'll try to have a look at inside. I don't even know if I could open it. Okay, I can. Oh my god. So you can have a look at the hood. It looks amazing. So honestly, I fell in love with that Ferrari 512. We were asked to not open the car because this car was sold somehow. So to the new owner, congratulations. Maybe I'll buy this from you some other day. Till then, let's watch some other cars.
Now we have the Ferrari 1981 512 BBI, which cost around 200 to 300,000 euros. See the interior and the tires as well, the spokes. Look at this lovely back as well. The Ferrari is having the badging as well. Let's go with the next one we have over here is Ferrari without the wheels. It's cost around 25 to 50,000 and the model by 1980. I would say it's in a maintenance or what, but I don't understand as of now. Here we have the DS3, which cost you around 50 to 70,000. It's a very well-known car of the Citroën DS.
And also there was this wonderful gentleman who was saying that this car costed like 3,000 euros back in the day.
3,000 to 6,000 euros a way back. And you can see the steering wheel as well, which is very amazing. We haven't seen a steering wheel like this before. And the wheel is also kind of hidden. So it's like such a great designing of it and with a classic interior of brown seats and all. Here we have the Maserati Mistral 1967, which cost you around 75 to 125,000 of euros. Such a beautiful color, red color, sharp, and the spokes you can see of the wheels over here. It's so amazing. The classic look you will get over with this car, and the two exhaust, beautiful look from the back as well. And if we can also open it and let me show you, we have beautiful interior of the wooden.
I wish you could come inside this cabin and really smell this. I could really smell the gasoline inside. As you can see, there are 3 pedals over here, which tells me that it's a manual. So wonderful option over here.
And you can see over there that the bidding of the Ferrari is going for like 6.2 million euros. So the big giants are sitting over here as well to purchase the cars.
So normally, guys, whenever you come into events like these, or especially these biddings, people are usually attracted towards more of colorful cars or more of bigger cars which have a lot of history pedigree. For me, an automotive enthusiast, I'm very inspired about things like these. If you remember in the Brussels Motor Show as well, we showed you a successor of this car. So this is the Renault 5 Turbo. If I look at it properly, it's the 1984 Renault 5 Turbo 2. So this car was basically a homologation car for Renault because they wanted to rally it. So what does that mean? Normally, whenever a company wants to rally a car, they have to actually make that car in reality and sell it to the customers. So this was one of the car, and because they wanted to have that edge over people, they had a mid-mounted turbo inline 4-cylinder engine over here in the back, like all the Lamborghinis and Porsches of the time. And mind you, let me tell you, this is the car which was faster than the Ferraris of that time, and it costed 150k. Even today, if you look at the prices, the range is between 150,000 euros. And if I showed you the newer electric version, even that was 155k today. This car holds a lot of history and it's in my mind, it's in my heart. It comes out of a smaller brand, it comes out of Renault. It's not that fancy Ferrari, but it's something which automotive enthusiasts love. Moving over to this Ford Mustang Mach-1. I love the color here. If I ask you to come down and show you this tread over here, it's quite a wide tire. It will set you back between 50,000 to 80,000 euros. This must be some actually rare version. If you look at this bonnet, if you come closer, you could see that normally you're not able to open this just like that. You're supposed to open it in a certain way. You open it like this, you unlock it like that, and that's how you open the bonnet. So something very classic fans would love. But if you try to have a look at the interior, I'll let you go first. And the interior would look wow. The moment when you click the buttons of the door, the click takes you back in 1969, first of all. The leather interior mixed with this mesh kind of design is amazing. Look at the Ford symbol on the door sills. Wow. I just closed the door of Ford Mustang 1969. I'm in love, guys. So you can have a look at the screen. That lovely 288 GTO was sold for over 8 million euros. 8 million euros for a GTO. I mean, for sure, that car might deserve that money. People have that kind of money. You could literally see in those audience, there are people who are holding over 100 million, maybe even billion euros. So this is the kind of exposure that you could get when you come into fests like these.
Now we are standing next to the Lamborghini Diablo 6.0 VT 2000, which cost around 600,000 to 750,000 euros. The black color looks amazing and it's having some classic vibes. If the cameraman would show the interior, and in the between, you also can see that the console looks like that you are just lying a plane. There's a badging of the Lamborghini over there on the meter box as well, and on the odometer it is listed 360 kilometers per hour. And the wheel as well, you can see over here with the black color. Make it see it from the back. Such a wide back you can see over here, and it's a classical vibe of a Lamborghini. And we have such a beautiful classical headlights with the Lamborghini badging over here. So let's move to the next car. Over here we have the BMW M1 1981, which cost around 500 to 600,000 euros. If you show the wheels, you can see it just like a flame, it's coming outside. Such a broad wheels over here with the interior of white seats and black in combination to it. BMW. Let's move on to the next car, which looks like to be a classical king size car. Shelby Cobra 289 1964, which cost you around 700,000 to 900,000 euros. The Ford is the manufacturer of this brand, and the spokes in the wheel is such a beautiful, and they have done some balancing as well, you can see over here. And it's having a Cobra badging at the front. Such a lovely grey color, which is very shining over here.
Right now we are having a look at another Shelby 427 Cobra from 1966. And if you don't know, this is a car which fanatics go crazy about. If we try to have a look at the interiors, the black leatherette interiors along with these classic meters and along with the classic totally circular steering wheel, that looks amazing. If I ask you to go down and have a look at how wide the tires are, these are amazing. Normally, if you try to have a look at the frame of this car, it goes like this. But you'll see here, the lines are actually going inside and the rear wheels are coming outside of the car. I don't know much about this car again, but we'll display the horsepower and other information on the screen for you. They're saying that it will probably cost you from 1 million to 1.25 million euros. Again, a very expensive, very famous car from the history. Let's move further. Not only you have road-going cars, you have not street-legal cars as well, like this one, the Ferrari FXX. This is basically an evolution to the Enzo-based FXX. It has 860 horsepower, 6.3 liter V12 engine, and has advanced aerodynamics. Look at those spoilers in the back. It's amazing car. One fact that I would like to tell you about this car is that owners didn't get to keep this car. It was kept with Ferrari, and Ferrari would fly this car to exclusive locations where they would go to tracks and drive them. So it's an amazing car. We'll get the opportunity to have a look at inside. Oh my god, look at this interior. This looks absolutely amazing. Look at this engine back here. It literally tells you that it's not a road-going car. It looks so different, so technical. So normally today, I think this is going over for over 6 million euros. So amazing car. The ability to witness this car, even if you look at the windscreen, it is so racing material. Even look at the seat belts inside. It's not the regular 3-point seat belt for you. These are different. These are, like I said, this is only a track legal car. So I'm geeking out right now to have a look at this car. Let's go forward.
Now what we are seeing is the Ferrari XX program exclusive FXXK, which is the evolution from the FXX to the FXK, and it's 1050 horsepower And you can see at the badging as well, it's 5.5 million to 6.5 million of 2018 model. Such a huge car with the aerodynamics you can see over here as well. If we see inside, here is the racing handle with the having Ferrari badging over there. It is the track only Ferrari hybrid car. Just see from the back how huge it is. And I love this car. Over here we have the FXX and we are over here with the XXK. Such a lovely masterpiece we are going to see today. Such a beautiful horse over here. I'm in love with this. Let's move on to the next car.
Alright, let me share my love letter to Porsche right in front of you over here. So Porsches that I've fallen extremely in love with lately. This one is from around 1980s. It's one of the rare cars from that era. Look at this design over here. This is the reason why it's called Targa. And this was specifically designed for America, because American people, they didn't allow cars to be convertible basically, and it posed a certain type of risk to the drivers. So that's why Porsche wanted to still sell their cars. So they introduced this pillar thing over here, and because of this reason, this Targa was born. But lately, after having this introduced, what happened was America removed that kind of legislation. But still, this car held on even until today. Like even today, you could buy a Targa and it will come with the same design form. So we have a bunch of Porsches in this whole line, but unfortunately, I'm sorry, I won't be able to give you a lot of information about this. If you look at this car over here to your left, it's called the Porsche 911 GT3. Let me have a look at the version. It's 911 GT3 RS from 2003. It comes up with one of those, how do you call it, egg or omelette kind of eyes. It was very famous back in the day. This is not one of those regular Porsche. This is the Mantei version of it. I don't know if I'm butchering the pronunciation or not, but this is one of the best to offer. I'll let you have a look at these skirtings, which are carbon fiber, and some other details like this lip over here, or even the seats inside. These are Recaro seats, but this is really a very fast car for you. GT3 MR 4.4. Let's move over to the next car. So I was passing by and I saw this beautiful Aston Martin Superleggera. It says on the hood. I don't know what this car is, but this car reminds me of James Bond. Have you seen those old James Bond movie and you see James Bond running in these cars? It gives me those vibes. Look at the interior. It's a right-hand vehicle. Like unlike other cars which are present over here, which are left-handed, if you come over here to this side, you'll see that the steering wheel is on the right side. So let me have a look at how much this thing costs. It is about 425k. Love this beauty. Love this car. Let's move over to the next stand. Okay, while passing again, I had this look at Maserati 500 GT Coupe from 1962. Look at this thing, guys. It goes up to 900,000. But first of all, have a look at the color and at the same time look at the contrast with the interiors. I think the contrast with this interior is absolutely amazing. I think in older times they used to make it so classy. Like today, I don't think they have that kind of charm in them. I think this whole segment is designed to have cars of a certain kind. Even this beautiful Ferrari, look at that. So beautiful. Oh my god, man, I'm literally melting. Finally, while concluding the Christie's bidding arena, let me show you this Ferrari 250 GTO. Earlier we showed you that Spider variant of it, but look at this one. It's the Berlinetta and it costs from 8 million euros to 9 million euros, guys. What is this money? This money is literally bonkers. Like last week we showed you the Tourbillon, the latest tech, the best of the best ever, and that one costed you 3.5 million, 3.8 million euros. But this one over here is 9 million euros. And I think when they'll have the bidding, it's probably going to cost extra. Wow, the amount of money on this terrain is probably 1 billion euros without a joke.
Now we came to the second exclusive car section, which is over here. It's the classic cars over here. As you can see, some Rolls-Royce, Bugatti. We are going to show you just a tour around, just a walk over, and you will gonna enjoy it. Let's go.
As we reach the end of our video, we begin to understand why people love classic cars so much. Broadly, there are three reasons which come to mind: the design, the character, and the driving experience. Firstly, let's talk about the design. It was tasteful, had beautiful lines and uniqueness, whereas every other car nowadays just seems to want to look like the next one out there. I think that's partly because the designers weren't held back by constraints such as safety regulations and aerodynamics. Instead, they had the free hand to focus more on the shapes or trends during that period. More than anything, these old machines carry a character that is unhindered by assistance systems such as the ABS, drive-by-wire, the electric steering, and so on. Although these systems are necessary to make driving smoother and safer, they often end up making the driving experience feel dull and soulless. Which finally brings us to the final reason: The absence of these modern systems in retro cars demands so much involvement from the driver that he almost becomes one with the car, giving inputs, receiving raw feedback, and ultimately making the whole experience feel very authentic. And maybe that's why we still love them so much today. Now you might ask us, which one is your favorite car they see in France? The answer is none, because there were so many which we loved, it's very hard to choose one. For example, this Lamborghini Miura P400 SV from 1971. You're witnessing the world's first supercar, and this one sold for about 3.38 million euros at this auction. It had transversely mounted mid-engine V12, designed and engineered by a bunch of 20-something years old. For example, Jean Paolo Dallara, the senior engineer, was 29 years old when this car was launched. This particular SV model featured reinforced chassis, redesigned rear suspension for improved stability, and quoted 385 horsepower. There were just 150 Miuras ever made, and you don't come across these examples that easily. Next one is the Bugatti Type 57C Atlant or Atlante from 1938. It is one of only 3 supercharged aluminium Atlante coachwork. Imagine, one of only 3 in this world. It was sold for about 2.25 million euros. It had 3.2 liter inline 8-cylinder engine, 160 horsepower, and a 4-speed manual gearbox. This car is about 90 years old and represents one of the most famous designs by Jean Bugatti, the son of Bugatti's founder, Ettore Bugatti himself. Next up is the 1994 Ferrari 512 Testarossa Speciale, coachwork done by Pininfarina. This is one of 15 factory-built 512 TR Speciale ever built. It features 5-liter DOHC flat 12-cylinder engine. The 512 TR Speciale is one of the rarest variant of the Testarossa lineage, and I have to say I really fell in love with the way this car looks, and especially the paint. Now allow me to tell you a story about this absolute legend of a car. In November 1958, Reza Pahlavi, the last Shah of Iran, met with Maserati to express his vision for a new ultra-exclusive GT car, a car which would be worthy of his title. Maserati accepted his proposal and commissioned the legendary 5000 GT, one of the most spectacular vehicles of its era. Literally known as the Maserati's car for kings, had only 34 examples ever built. It featured a 5-liter DOHC twin-plug V8 engine, 325 horsepower, and a 5-speed manual ZF gearbox. It was the ultimate road car of its era, a GT car built for kings, captains of industry, and heads of state. So we just got finished with the Christie's bidding session where we got to see amazing old and new cars.
And now we are going to have just a free walk outside over here, and we will show you some clubs which are like automotive clubs, some spare parts. We are going to show it to you.
So in this section, they are showcasing 50 years of W123. Honestly, I love the way this car looks. This is that classic saloon, which I think is one of the best in terms of classic as well as modern design. I really love the look that it has. It has some boxy kind of look in front. Some people would like to call it mafia look, but in my opinion, it's a decent looking car to go to the office. I don't know how the running cost is. I don't know if it's difficult to maintain or not, but honestly to me it looks amazing. Here we are having a look at Type 64 coach Jean Bugatti 1939. Look at this classic beauty. We could see that the mirror is broken. It might have had some sort of history, and I don't know what was it about the past that they used to cover the rear wheels. And look at this slanted shape. Looks amazing, and even the pointy rear end, it's almost like an arrow. We have another Type 73 here from Musée National de l'Automobile in this cute ivory color. If you look at inside, it gives us the sign of the older times, and if you look at the middle console, if I may call it, it's suede. So they had some sort of luxury even in those olden times. And again, that sweep tail kind of design in these cars.
Now move on to the next section. We are having the FSRA Technical Renovation Cuir. The blue color looks stunning, and the orange color, it's a kind of a track. You can see the wheels as well, shining chrome wheels. This is a very unique thing that I found it over here. I've never seen it. It's like very ancient kind of bottles. You can get it from Coca-Cola. I never saw it before. I believe it's a very classic one. I would definitely try it one day, not today. Here we are at the Fessel Vega Paris. Such a beautiful car over here with the spokes wheel, you can see. Front it is having such an ancient vibe. See the red color of it. Some people are also selling their magazines of their clubs, and you can also find some beautiful club logos and all the things that you can buy it for. Come to the French Jaguar Drivers Club, and over here we are having some Jaguars which is for sale. You can see a cheetah, such a beautiful blue color, whereas we have the XK model as well, 1998. See the interior of it. It's like the cream color interiors. I love it. We also have a pole over here for the bakery if you want to have some cookies and the pastries while visiting this. Here we are at the Club Alfa Romeo France. You can see as well over here some extended Alfa Romeos. It's having the cycles on top and the black hood with the red color. You can see some, it's kind of a rally car which is rally inspired. Let's go to the another section. It's a big tank over here which might be used in the military. I guess this is the military section if I'm not wrong. Here we come with the one small chartered plane loaded on the truck. Some very old classic vehicles which you never found anywhere apart from this motor show. So this is the stand of the Club Bugatti France. Some ancient vibes. So we are having some loose spare parts as well. You can also buy it over here for the classic cars. Some number plates if you want to have it. You can also get it over here. I found a tractor. So this kind of tractor we usually found in India. I never saw it in France as well. So see, it's a Lance D2 416 1956. Such a beautiful blue color tractor. I have driven it in India in the farms, so it's a very cozy feeling for me. Let's go to the other section. Over here we have the locomotive, the train which was made by Bugatti, and we are going to cover this. Whereas before moving to the train, we are having the Lotus Elise 250 cup. See the carbon fiber. If I show it for you from inside, here it is. And we are having the other Elise sport version 160 of the silver color. Same, you see the car interior over here as well. See the beautiful steering.
So what we are having a look at behind me is a relic from the past. It's called Automatrice Bugatti 1934. So the reason why it was called presidential was because in around 1930s, the 15th president of France, Albert Lebrun, used this for inaugurating the Cherbourg railway station. So this train was able to reach around 180 kilometers per hour in 1930s. So mind you, in 1930s, it was reaching those fast speeds. Now when the test engineers came back and they had a conversation with Ettore Bugatti, he was furious because he said he had promised he would reach about 200 kilometers per hour. But the guy who was driving it was able to reach up to 180, but Ettore Bugatti wanted 200 kilometers per hour. Imagine in that era, this train was reaching those kind of speeds. So this is an old relic. That's why I call it a relic. It was one of those fast trains in that century. Let's see other things over here. So while leaving, I'm realizing that we missed on a lot. We just focused on one or two sections, and in turn, we have missed a lot. For instance, this section of Porsche.
Over here we are having the Porsche, the black one, seems to be a speedster. You will never find it on the streets so easily. The Porsche 911 MR31 Ocean version. Porsche Smeg. We have a refrigerator, the classic ones, and the gentleman is having the luxury of having the keys. I think this section is basically for the rally inspired cars. So we are having all the cars rally inspired. Old school driving cars over here. You can also buy some of your racing car jackets and all. Let's move on to the next section. We are having some automotive tools company which are present here to showcase their technologies and products. Some tires of the racing cars and all. See the breadth of this tire, how big it is. We are having some Toyota classic cars over here, Class IC, and the Class IC specialist Toyota Land Cruiser. Land Cruiser is one of my favorite cars. You will see if I get this in 10,000, 12,000 over here, I will definitely buy it rather than buying a new car. So let's go to the new section, which is of Porsche over here. The red one you see, it's 48,000, 37,900. Such a good car in a good condition, mint condition, you will get it. The MG car, MGB Roadster, Old English white with the red interior. Such a beautiful interior, you will find it over here. It's only for 25,900, whereas the 1966 you're gonna tour auto Monte Carlo, it's only for 57,900, which is quite expensive for these days. Whereas you can buy this classic car company Porsche, such a beautiful Porsche without a price tag on it. It might be very expensive, whereas you can have a prototype as well, which you can also experience while coming over here. So let's move on to the next section. Over here you are also going to witness such a heavy truck GMC Sierra step-side 5.7 V8 engine, which is going to be yours just only for 25,990 euros with the California number plate. I don't think so. It's in my budget range for the moment. You come to the VT Vintage Classic Car Garage. Over here you will find this BMW Coupe, and we have some classic cars with the British car MG L2 Magna 1933, which is going to cost you 78,500. So one thing that I love about this event right now, after witnessing a lot of garages and a lot of organizations coming here, they have put their masterpieces, the classic pieces over here to show to the world and to sell them, and the people are quite enthusiastic to buy these pieces. They are sparing a good amount of money to have these classic cars, and in Europe the age of the vehicle is not a problem, just like India it was before. So over here the people usually buy classic cars and drive them on the roads, and you will see such beauties on the roads. So if you're gonna have the such inspiration for buying the classic cars, do come to Europe, study in Europe, learn French, and then you're gonna enjoy it over here after getting the job. Now we're gonna see the prototype which you're gonna have it over here for the Volkswagen GTI version over here. Now moving to the next section, we have 208 GTI over here, uncovered. And there is my brother. Let's go next. Over here we are having some unique masterpieces, the Citroën ones. This is the ELO we had shown you in the Brussels Motor Show.
All right, here we are at the BMW stand. What you're looking at is the BMW art car. Another pretty looking BMW. Wow, this old M3, I don't know which M. Boomart turntables, they say. Wow. I'm just going to quickly pass over these cars because the time for the show has closed and I'm supposed to leave. But keep on having a look at these cars. What is this, an auto show or something? Why are there these new cars in Retromobile? This is the new Honda Prelude for you, everybody. Some old Volkswagens as well. More old Porsches. Yeah, Morgan. I used to see them on internet all the time, but this is the very first time I'm seeing them in person. This section of old BMWs. Look at these crazy Rolls Royces over here. I mean, it's a singular Rolls Royce. And this lovely paint. And this Mustang. Wow. Painting your car like Rolls Royce in such a crazy color is amazing. Right now we are at the stands of Alfa Romeo, and what we are looking at right now is Alfa Romeo 33x2 Periscopica 1967. It's a V8 90 degree, 270 horsepower car. It goes up to 260 kilometers per hour. Look at the interior, guys. Looks amazing. If you try to have a look at the background, gives you that classic Alfa Romeo vibe. It says Scuderia del Portello. I don't know, I think I might have butchered the pronunciation, but don't pay attention to what I'm saying. Pay attention to how this car looks. Amazing looking car, amazing looking stand. Wow. I think in my opinion, this year is rather lucky for me. I'm seeing another Bugatti. Like this is the very first time we are seeing Veyron, but second time for a Bugatti.
The Bugatti 501 with the number plate B, big logo on it. Such a beautiful car, and you will see the engine over there. Over here we are at the Oracle Elf tires. Now we come at the Alpine section, the classic Alpines. Alpine Renault over here, and the Alpine A110. If you haven't checked it out at our Brussels Motor Show vlog. We have some beautiful Brett motorcycle 007 James Bond, luxury Yamaha. Classic car as well for the running. We have the Exa Passion. I think it's a financier. Over here they're promoting themselves. We're having some British bicycles and the Dodge Charger. You can see over here such a beautiful California number plate car. We have missed this section just to cover the classic cars. Here we are having some cycles very famous in Europe. Here are some of the main models they are having. I will just do a little small pan for you guys, and do check it out over here and drop in the comment section which one you like the most. Over here we are having the Kawasaki and some more motorcycles and some launch for eating, Ace Cafe. Here is the Royal Enfield, the Indian Royal Enfield over here, the classic 650 twin. We got to witness the TL green classic one. It's very rare you find the Royal Enfield over here in Europe. We were able to have it SEMA Royal Enfield 7.2. It's very famous in India. And we are having the Meister Clean 8090. You can witness all the classic ones. In India I'm having this one, the 350 also comes into this, the 650 as well. It's a beautiful motorcycle, very good stability for running on the streets, on the highways. This is the Royal Enfield we haven't never witnessed in India. See the revealed European bike of Royal Enfield. This is FFC6. I don't know it's the concept model or what, but this is the Flying Flea Royal Enfield C6. The technology, the design and the performance, and see the shocker. It seems to be a very lightweight as compared to the previous, the classic ones over here we are having. And let's see the next section as well. We are having some Honda bikes over here, the Moto and the Auto, and it's expensive, 12,500 euros. In India, in that much amount you can buy a small car. We believe that you might have loved this experience of witnessing the classic and the luxury cars today at the bidding auction site we have shown, and the walk around as well.
Definitely they would have, because I loved it myself. Normally I'm the type of person who's into new cars, new technologies, and that's why we keep on visiting all these motor shows, auto shows all around the world. By the way, if you haven't seen the Brussels Auto Show video, it was posted last week. You can check it down here. And today, personally, if I believe, I got to see all these old cars from the old times, and the opportunity to see them in person and experience a past which has carried down with these vehicles, and they are still maintained today. This is awesome. I'm honestly taking home with myself a lot of new things that I would research on. Maybe next year when I come here, I would enjoy this show even more.
And for sure, it's like once in a lifetime opportunity, because over here the cars are getting bidden for like insane prices, like 5-6 million euros. The old cars, I'd never thought that, okay, it might be that much expensive cars, and they are just going to be from here to somebody's garage, because they are kind of an asset to them. I don't know who those people are, but we have the chance to witness these cars today, the auction. We believe you might have loved this vlog, and soon we are going to come up with the more events and the administrative processes video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. People are calling us because the show is already closing, so let's run. Bye.
Bye.